7 o'clock, Horizon time. We have no public hearings tonight. Went to Councilman Pinsell is necessarily absent. We hope for a quick recovery from his planned operation. And also Councilman Bauman may show up, but right now he's necessarily absent. He's at work. And pledge allegiance. Don Drew, do you need pledge, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next thing on the agenda is the approval of our town board meeting minutes from February 8th. So moved. Second. Motion is second. Any comments, corrections? All in favor? Aye. Privilege of the floor or public concerns? Any privilege of the floor or public concerns? All right, if anybody comes in, we'll give them a second shot at it. Reports to standing committees, Public Works.
Yeah, Public Works, we actually met at the wastewater treatment plant this morning in their meeting room, just for a little change of scenery. Down at the plant, just talked about everyday sampling, maintenance ongoing, weekly hauling the sludge to the landfill. Did receive a quote to replace a couple of check valves at the Pastor Mill pump station. We're waiting on that. Also working on a second quote to do some work on the UV disinfectant unit down there. Hoping to get that work wrapped up before the unit has to come back online in the May-June timeframe. It's winter, so they're doing the usual snow plowing, removal of the treatment plant, as well as cleaning out around pump stations and also around fire hydrants throughout the district. Did receive a couple of quotes for a new heater for the belt press building down there, and we do have a resolution under waiver of the rule tonight to award that to the low quote. Did receive bids on a water main replacement at the intersection of 332 and 96. We had some discussion on that. We won't be awarding anything tonight, but we're likely to award that bid at our next meeting in March. I'm currently waiting for concrete plant to finish the manhole, so our crews in-house can finish the sewer repair work over on Collette Road. And one water main break at County Road 896 since our last meeting. Also did report that New York State Fence should be starting installation of security gates down at the plant soon as well. And also has one other resolution on the agenda tonight, just amending our previous resolution due to cost increases on some flow meters and monitoring bands. Highway and Parks, mainly ongoing equipment maintenance, obviously salting and plowing is needed, hauling some stone, and also doing some online required training. The park side, again, building maintenance, plowing, salting, sidewalks. They did receive the new aluminum picket benches that we ordered a few meetings back. Did get the lumber that we approved for Beaver Creek Park for the border. And the playground, one of the two playgrounds, has been completed over at Beaver Creek Park as well. And they've begun some fencing inside Beaver Creek, and also on the park side, they were working on the training. And they have one resolution tonight, just for some training for a few guys on the highway and parks. I do have a brief report on behalf of town operations since
They're not here.
nobody is here. There are 3 resolutions tonight. We can kind of go over those as they come up. Still waiting on a letter of credit for Delaware River Solar. Code enforcement, I'll let Dan kind of report on his activity. But this was posted on the town websites today. And again, I'll let Ron and Dan elaborate on anything else for town operations.
All right, thanks, Steve. Reports of other town officials, supervisor. gave the town clerk a list, and then I added 3 things, so. Assessor interviews are ongoing between us and the town of Canandaigua. Town board is currently reviewing 2 insurance proposals for consideration for the town insurance policies. Yesterday, I met with Assemblywoman Marjorie Burns in the morning. She is going to be our new representative with the current alignment changes based on the census. And I also met yesterday lunchtime with the Farmington seniors at the Farmington Lodge. Gave them an update on what's going on in the town. Town board is also looking at applicants for the sheep plant operator position. And we have 3 people to consider there. Today I had a conference call with Dan and I, energy savings ideas. Also on the call was Lori Fox from MRP, Jenny Lowenstein, and Rob Richardson from the Genesee Finger Lakes Regional Planning Council. So there'll be more coming on that in the future. Last Monday, we had a sign committee meeting. It's some town representatives and Farmington Chamber representatives. The discussion was sizes, locations, what was the town signs say, what they look like. Again, I mentioned the chamber is part of the program to basically replace our aging welcome to Farmington signs. And we did have Tom Ewing from Ewing Graphics part of that program, giving us some ideas, and we'll come back at our next meeting, March 14th at 1:30, and discuss more on the signs. Tomorrow I'm meeting with Assemblyman Jeff Callahan, and this has been scheduled for 2 or 3 weeks, and the assembly's off this week, so I was given a chance to sit down and chat with him and our town requirements. Also like to thank the Farmington and Manchester Fire Departments. Sunday they were there at 5 a.m. in the morning for a controlled burn at the house on our property next to the Parks building, and that went well. We really appreciate them coming in that 15-degree weather. And also, last thing is the auditors are here working with Janine and I for the final week of the audit of our records for last year. That's all I have. Highway and Parks.
Not much more to add. They did repair that truck that had a chain on it today. Started clean up around the house over here a little bit. Put the chain and everything out of there. They got the fence back up around the playground equipment up there.
Thank you.
And I've tried to reach out to the guy that one application we had for the mechanic, but he did not call back, so we're gonna have to probably see if we can more.
Okay. Madam Clerk.
Let me back up. My new deputy starts March 3rd. Her name is Tina Murphy. She lives on Bowerman Road. She's a Farmington resident. She did stop by last week. Everybody who was here, I did introduce. So if you didn't get to see her, please stop by after next Thursday. She comes from the hospital as a secretary, but she's got a lot of administrative background, which would be a good fit for us. And we are 94% collected in our taxes.
It's about the same as most years.
Yep, we're good.
Right. Building and zoning. Water and sewer.
I'd like to say thank you to the city of Canandaigua and the village of Victor for helping us out with all our flusher truck is being worked on. The city Canandaigua came today and took out the wet wells up at the Magna Road, and the village of Victor is set up for Thursday and Friday of this week. So,
Good.
The budget truck did make it up.
yeah.
For repairs.
They said it's supposed to be back on Friday, but they told us that before.
We'll see. Building and zoning.
All right, Steve commented about our resolutions for tonight. We've been working on a lot of different code updates and code reporting for the end of last year and this year. And we've been working on the records management grant for water and sewer in the building. That you'll see some resolutions at the next meeting.
All right, thank you. Planning board, Ed?
Yeah, we've got safe place storage coming in for special use permit, preliminary site plan. I assume that is based on the fact that they may get approval from the ZBA for that.
Yeah, it's a scheduled public hearing.
Yeah, so they gotta go to the ZBA first. It's on our agenda with the assumption that something will be resolved, so we'll go from there. Then we have the preliminary 2-lot subdivision of the estate of Shirley Barman. We've got that one starting to kick off. That's a public hearing. And then another final 2-lot re-subdivision for Mandrino. And then we have a letter of credit for Blackwood. So that's what we have.
All right, great, thank you. Ron, Director of Planning and Development.
Yeah, you have the 2 letter of credit. One is a final night for American Equipment. And the other one is establishing a letter of credit for the new plaza building going in over there on 332. It being always locked, or Auburn Junction. Excuse me. I guess they're both the same. Site. Third item is a draft local law. We worked with a landowner for the past 7 years on a temporary use permit. He's reached the end of the road for the temporary use permit. Time now to take those conditions and put them into a special use permit category and apply it to sites within the various zoning districts, the A80, the RR80, the LI, and the GI district. So that is on your docket to send to the county and schedule a public hearing from today. That's basically it.
All right, thanks, Ron. No town engineer tonight, no assessor, recreation. The only thing on that is Mark is working already on the July 3rd fireworks show. We have the voucher into the fireworks people, and he's working on getting food vendors for July 3rd. Communications are on file. Reports and minutes are on file. And resolutions. First one is a confirmed resolution acknowledging the membership of the Farmington Volunteer Fire Association members. So,
Second.
motion to second. Always good to see 2 new members. All in favor? Aye. Number 2 is a resolution of sympathy for the Hill Harrington family. All right. 2 of us. Yeah. And again, this is Ron Harrington's father-in-law, Donna Harrington, our town historian. Her father has passed away at the age of 95?
96.
96. All right. Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Three is a resolution authorizing a waiver and retention lodge fees for South Farmington Friends Cemetery Foundation for their pancake breakfast fundraiser on April 23rd. So, second. Motion second. Comments, questions? All in favor? Aye. 4 is a resolution accepting the stormwater control facility maintenance agreement for the Sweatman properties. So, second. Motion second. Again, standard stormwater maintenance agreement. Anything we gotta know again? Nope. All right.
Our standard form.
All in favor? Aye. 5 is resolution authorizing the transfer of funds from the 2017 and 2018 VLT capital reserve accounts once the public referendum period is complete. So move. Second. Motion second. Again, this is plan movements to the general fund for the Victor Farmington ambulance, to the Town Line Road capital project, Beaver Creek Park capital project, the highway equipment reserve, and the town signs capital project, and a minor dollar amount interest earned for the highway fund for equipment purchases. All in favor? Aye. 6 is a resolution to recall and amend resolution 427, 2021 for the purchase of flow meters and mounting bands.
Second.
Motion a second. Again, from the time we approved the last resolution to the time the vendor got it, the price went up again, so. And slight adjustment in this. All in favor? Aye. 7 is a resolution authorizing a budget amendment to Town Hall renovation capital project, transferring money from state aid to engineering in the total amount of $5,000.
Second.
The $5,000 is part of a nice 30 grant they received. And we're going to put it towards the downstairs project in the town hall. All in favor? Aye. 8's resolution to recall and amend resolution 54 of 2022 to decrease the wholesale water rates for the town and village of Manchester in the 2022 fee schedule.
So second.
And it's exactly what it says. We finally got our costs from the city of Canandaigua. They always come in the middle of February. So the bulk rate price went down. We sell water to the town and village of Manchester. And so I reduced the price down based on what the city of Canandaigua was charging us. All in favor? Aye. 9 is a resolution authorizing a letter of credit for approved site improvements on Route 332 M3 Enterprises LLC, Project 3A, or Phase 3A project in the total amount of $97,034.74.
Second.
Motion a second. This is going to be a great addition to that property. Another building that'll be U of R, right? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Then is a resolution approving a request for a final release of funds for letter of credit for American Equipment at 6112 Cullet Road, total amount of $72,811.55.
So second.
Motion second. Comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 11 is a resolution classifying under the provisions of Article 8, New York State Environmental Conservation Law, Part 617.5, State Environmental Quality Review Regulations, the action involving the adoption of a local law amending Chapter 165 zoning law, Article 2, terminology and definitions, Article 4, district regulations, and Article 6, special permit uses by establishing criteria for issuing a special use permit to allow for agricultural, construction equipment repairs, and painting operations as being a type 2 action directing the submission of the draft of said local law dated March 22, 2022 to the Ontario County Planning Board for review and recommendation under the provision of the New York State General Municipal Law published in the legal notice for public hearing to be held on said draft local law, our next meeting, Tuesday, March 22, 2022, and directed and posted of said draft law on the town website.
So second.
I'm tired after doing that one.
Me too.
All in favor? Aye. 12 is a resolution authorizing Tim Ford, Warren LaPlante, Rich Warlock, Shane Clance to attend the New York State DEC endorsed 4-hour erosion and sediment control required training Thursday, April 14th, and it costs not to exceed $100 per person.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. 13 is the abstract 4 for 2022 to pay bills. General fund, $225,532.72. Highway fund, $72,452.12. Beaver Creek Park, $37,140.99. Route 332-96 water line, $1,996. Fuel station capital project, $2,900. Town hall capital project, $1,562.50. Water tank repair, $13,710. Storm drainage, $2,693.43. Lighting district, $1,100. Sewer district, $88,687.62. Water district, $37,435.42. Payroll deductions, $8,497.82. For a total abstract to pay the bills, $493,708.66. Do I have a motion, please?
Some second.
Motion is second. Comments, questions, any abstentions? All in favor? Aye. No training, $100. We have 3 discussion items. One is a waiver of a late fee. Rita Santos and her husband Eduardo. Unfortunately, at the beginning of January, both of them tested positive and were quarantined for over a week, being unable to work. They were not paid by their employers at this time, and they went to pay the bill a few days late. Basically, it was a $32.60 increase for the regular bill with water and sewer road. They're asking for a waiver of the $32.60 because of the late payment for the fee. What I thought was I paid the late fee with the circumstances, because we never approve them. That's good. That's good of me. All right. Was that all right? All right, we'll take care of that one.
See you tomorrow then.
I'll pay it full amount.
Trying to get it.
Second, we did talk a little bit in public works, upgrade to the AV web conferencing system in the boardroom here at the town hall. Dan, maybe just give us a down and dirty.
Yeah, real quick, I mean, it just would upgrade everything in this room from our mics to allow mics over here as well. Upgrade our camera, put all the equipment together. Right now, all the equipment's multiple spots in this room. Bring it all together and just enhance what we can do for the public and for the Zooms and virtually, so everybody can hear us clearly, just like they would be here in the meeting room. And the big thing is, the more meetings that we've gone to, the virtual side of things is not going away. And the recommendations that we're seeing from everybody is get used to it. It's just a new way of how things are going to be for the public.
Yeah, and I think we all agreed that even after the COVID goes away, the public's going to expect to be able to not come to a meeting, to be able to sign on to a meeting. I think it's, like you said, it's here to stay.
And not just that, I mean, now that we're posting the meetings online, even if they're not here and they want to see what's going on, they can watch them later. Yeah, obviously we've adapted in the last 2 years as we've needed to move on.
So I have been able to reach out to one company. We do have an initial quote. I am in the process of reaching out to other companies, and but I do feel that that's a direction that the board should take a hard look at about what we do to upgrade this room for our residents so that they can view things. Not that the videos aren't okay right now, and they are, but they're not real good quality. I mean, I think that we could provide the town something a little bit higher quality.
Yeah, sometime when people listen to it online, it's hard to hear other people speaking. So. All right, well, we can try and get another quote or two, and and we'll address that. Thank you.
Are we getting quotes for the website as well, since that's been well past due to be upgraded?
I don't have any update on the website.
We had,
We had one quote,
It was turned down.
the last, no, just in the last
Oh, okay.
couple of meetings. Nate was able to get one quote, but we still wanted to try and look at a couple local companies too that are doing town municipal websites.
yeah, I'll go back. I don't, Nate did send me something. Honestly, I don't remember. I know he went through it.
It's just really, it's busy for a lot of people to try to navigate through it, so we get a lot of comments on it. Trying to get, you need to pay the water bill or the tax bill, it's like click, 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 you gotta go through all these steps, so.
Yeah, it's a little different from when you and I first started it in 2009.
It's due for an upgrade.
Yeah.
Major.
And the last thing, it's on the agenda that I already addressed was update on the assessor interviews. There was 30 applicants. We thought we were going to interview 6 people between the town of Canandaigua and us. 2 were not qualified at the county level, so we ended up interviewing 4 tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest. Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday at the latest. We're going to try between the 2 towns, narrow that to 2 choices, and then have in-person interviews. We go from there. Anything else? No, nobody online, right?
I got one.
Just a reminder, the New York State Broadband Assessment Program is still ongoing. You can go online, it takes 6-7 minutes if you're doing a speed test, and all that data is collected at the state level, actually by a semi-local company up in Rochester, who then will analyze all the data and then report back on how we're doing across the state, and that, in theory, should determine how they roll out some of the broadband funds that, in theory, will come to the state.
Right, right.
So if you go online, just look up New York State Assessment, Broadband Assessment Program, it'll take you there. You just click on do the survey, either do the survey by itself or the survey and the speed test. It takes 6-7 minutes. So, you know, good thing to do.
Yeah, and there's obviously the people that don't have the broadband on the east side of town.
And there's some paper, you can get them a paper thing and let them do a paper. No, we don't have anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, thank you. For the executive session, we have one waiver of the ruling objections, waiver of the rule. Hearing none, we have a resolution authorizing the acting water and sewer superintendent to purchase 1 new nominal 200 MVH natural gas unit heater for the belt press building at the wastewater treatment plant at a cost not to exceed $4,000.
So moved.
Motion and a second. Again, we got one quote for 4,000, and we got one quote for 11,000. Quite a range there.
Get it ordered for the price goes up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
again.
That's for everything.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Anything else we brought to this board before we go into executive session? All right, I'd like a motion to go into executive session for the medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or a corporation or matters leading to the appointment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation. So, second. Motion to second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.